that's a pretty narcissistic way to view things. Every information that you take in, every piece of info and every, little code of the matrix that you take in, you relate to you, and hardly any of it has anything to do with you. It's easy to draw comparisons to other people, but what they have going on and the way that they got it going on has so little to do with you and the circumstances in your life. Yeah, and that's awesome. Good for him. Great for him. That's terrific. He came about that however he came about that, whether it was through evil means, like he manipulated and chess moved everything, whatever, or he just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Like there's so many serendipitous things that took place in order for him to be able to do that. And those exact same serendipitous things could line up for you and you still wouldn't get the job because you're not him and he's not you. When all of the planets align and everything is perfect and the timing's right and the people are involved and everybody's there and you just happen to be there and blah, 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 then people tend to go, yeah, let's give it a shot and see what happens. And then that shot, if you fail because you're not good enough at the shot, that's where your talent comes in. He just happened to get his shot 12 years ago, and that's why you feel like he's so far ahead of you. But none of this even matters because you're comparing yourself to somebody who has absolutely a complete contrasting life in comparison to yours.
This is Irwin. If it wasn't for him, I'd be homeless and left on the roadside. Well, it's been a pretty wild and woolly couple of months of travel and touring and doing all kinds of different things abroad. Now I'm home, I'm in Bali. It feels great, feels good to be home with my family. But there's a lot to do here as well. I'm getting ready to launch my third album project. The baby's due, just a lot of things going on. So I'm gonna have a quick meeting with a fellow here and then he's helping me with some of those things, not the baby, but the project. And then I got to get home and get to work, try and balance out the next couple of days of family time and work time. See how that goes. It's really guerrilla marketing. There are no mainstream outlets for any of the stuff that you and I do, I wouldn't imagine. It's more underground, sort of this community sort of simmering under the surface where they all pay attention to this stuff, and you want to try and get with as many of those influencers as you possibly can. Once you release it so you can really push it. I got to go to the States in January. And then directly after that, I'm going to fly your direction. I'm going to be in Ireland for about a month and a half. It's really the birthplace of folk music, right? Between that and like the gypsy music of like Bulgaria and Romania and stuff, it's really super influential. So...
You got what you wanted.
You just surround and this will always be the case, dude. You just surround yourself by the best people you can possibly find and afford at the time, And yeah. And it just elevates everything, man. Plus, think about it this way. I'm producing all of this stuff with you with an eye toward the future for when you're on stage and you have to put together a band. Because they need to be able to play these parts. And so it's not so crazy that, literally there's 2 guitar parts, a bass player and a drummer, and a little bit of keyboards in the background. But a good rhythm guitar player that's backing you up, or a lead guitar player, can cover those keyboard parts with pedals and stuff, So we're producing this in a very, very slimmed down way. There's only 33 tracks. So, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 of those are drums. Get a really good night's sleep Sunday night, Take really good care of your voice this weekend. Don't talk a lot. Don't scream and yell with your pals. I mean, just like, try and just sip tea and keep your mouth shut as much as possible. And then Monday, like 10:30, 11 o'clock, something like that, we'll start. And we'll just go until we've got it.
And what do you think idea-wise, what would be your idea for the third verse so it doesn't get too boring on the whole thing, or does this pre-chorus help keep it fresh?
Well, you could do a couple of different things. You could lay out into the pre-chorus and not have a third verse.
Remember, this is totally a story, so we can't go into the bridge sooner than the third verse because of the storyline, just lyrically.
I knew I loved you 'cause my heart was a mess.
Okay, so here's what you'd do then. If the bridge has to come after the third verse, then you put the top two verses back to back and don't have a chorus between them.
Okay.
You might have to tweak the first phrase of the second verse so there's not such a time jump. He might just say school, back in school instead of back in high school. So that it could go either way. It could be like the sweetheart's dance of junior high, or it could be college. Who knows? The point is that they were in school together. They grew up together. That's all you have to know. But that would be one way you could pull it off. I'm sure there's other ways we could do it, but that one's the first one that makes sense. I think it's harder because once you get past the point in your life where like that just doesn't happen anymore, like it's, our songs would be all like, quit nagging me, f*** you, I'm doing the dishes, like, f*** off. I heard you the first time, I heard you the first time, quit f***ing talking about taking out the garbage to me, like, oh, shit.
Get off my ass.
Right. All important.
I know. Oh, strong heart rate, right?
About that.
You gonna get checked out? Okay. Are you happy? You're not